Hello and welcome to CR Wrestling Commentary. Your host Cedric and Cedric. We're doing New Japan Pro Wrestling's Resurgence. We're going to try to get through this. We haven't watched New Japan in a long time because it just got boring. It was cookie cutter. It was nothing new. No new style. No new nothing. Other companies was using them as a stepping stone, and New Japan was like, yes, use us because that's how we use our talent. And I know that nothing has changed because New Japan is a strictly for tradition, especially no matter how bad it is or disrespectful it is, while all the wrestlers do the one thing of, I will do better. Well, this is great, no matter what, no matter how bad it is. Tama Tonga spoke out, and look what happened to him. He got messed up. Anyway, so it's been a while, and CJ was saying, look, you running AEW as background noise, and then we watch that, we might as well give New Japan another try. And I'm like, man, because AEW is not good, but there are key things I wanted to see. Like, there were 2 matches, and then, I got through those matches, and I also want to see how some people come from other companies and do there. Is there an obvious change, an obvious thing? And yeah, you can slowly see it setting in. So we're going to try to do these quick. We're not going to spend 16 minutes on doing every single one of these because there's going to be a lot of matches. Then we kind of wham, bam, diggity, diggity, dong, that kind of thing. And so our opening match will be Carl Fredericks versus Alex Coughlin. Both of them are absolutely amazing, talented people, and New Japan Pro Wrestling do have standards when it comes to things, and therefore they put on a better quality match than you're going to see in mud shows and stuff.
It was so good. It was refreshing.
Yes.
It was hard hitting. They were safe. There wasn't a bunch of needless activity. They didn't do stuff and you think, what's the point of that? No, every move had a purpose.
And that's something that we miss. That is something that we miss. Now, granted, the problem with New Japan is they don't legitimize a very strong lariat. They just won't unless it's Kojima's. And I guess that's why they won't. But look, everybody's got their own style and whatnot to doing it. So I think anyone should be able to do the lariat as a finisher.
Well, when he's no longer a young lion, maybe he'll be able to use it as a finisher. Talking about Alex Coughlin.
Yeah.
Who grew a porn mustache. He had a 70s porn mustache, so he looked different. And he's not pale.
But it looks good on him.
It's okay.
He's got a Carl Gotch looking style to his face.
Not everybody can pull off a mustache. Not everybody's Tom Selleck.
That's true. That's true. I tried. I didn't even like my own mustache.
I liked it.
But
it wasn't big. It was a thin mustache. He didn't have the thick,
I had the 1950s distinguished thin mustache going on. That's what I had. So here's the thing. Carl Fredericks, my squeaky chair like Brian last. Carl Fredericks, he was already accomplished a year ago. Very accomplished. He got on his red. He got his own thing. He's the top tier young lion. He's replacing Toa Hinata as that area. And basically, we're kind of getting reintroduced to people and stuff, but we know what to expect from certain people that we have seen. So it was just a nice, refreshing opening match. Heart, effort, style, no BS, no spot monkeying or anything. And, they worked their butts off and they did a great job, not only just entertaining themselves, but impressing each other, doing because they've wrestled many times already. They know each other. I mean, these young lions, when it gets to the point where they don't have to probably talk at all, they just get it done.
Yep.
And they could just roll through it and do something new if they need to. And that's a great thing. The match was, as you would expect, back and forth. And Carl Fredericks, he's got his signature moves. He's got that, that crazy jumping elbow drop. Yeah. He's got the Carolyn Lifts slam and all this other stuff. And, and that's great, and his finisher, that spike DDT, which got him the win over Alex Coughlin.
Yeah, again, Alex was struggling not to get put into it.
Yes, and that's the great thing. When they fight off the finisher, they know this is going to be it if it happens.
There was a struggle. That's the thing that you don't see in AEWs and in some places. You can tell that, yeah, it's a wrestling match, but there is a struggle. It's not like I do a move, you do a move. I do a move, you do a move. I do a move, you feel this way. What do I do? Oh, okay, now we do the move half-assed. No, it looked like an actual struggle. In NWA matches, it looks like there is a struggle. In ROH, there is a struggle. It's a wrestling match. It's not supposed to be trading off.
And you can't tell when these guys are talking to each other in the ring. You can't tell. They just doing it. They're doing the thing, and it's probably short bursts of words, And
If that.
Yeah, if that. Because they probably don't have to anymore. They'd be like, oh, we at this stage, this is when this happens, and I know what he's doing when he does this. I know what's coming up next because I'm used to him. Now that don't mean they can't mentally flub, but some things happen. But these two, the match was so flawless. It annoys me that people like Jim Cornette and others don't watch this type of wrestling and just say this is what it's supposed to be and talk about the good things or the bad things and yada yada yada. I like this match. It was really good. Some people might not be happy with me watching New Japan again. I don't know. I don't want to watch it. I'm not in the mood to watch it. It drains my brain to think about having to watch these matches. And it's not because they're bad. It's just simply because New Japan has drained me. So I am going to do this. I'm going to fight through this and get this done. We're going to do it in segments. It'll be part 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be part 1. And this is the first match of the show. So we'll do more as it comes along. Let us know how you feel about this. Because if y'all ain't digging this, y'all ain't liking this, you let me know and I'll just stop. I won't even talk anymore about New Japan. I'm just, and haven't, just let you know we haven't watched, Pro Wrestling Noah because we won't see the dude that we wanted to see and that pissed us off. We watched like 4.
It's not up there.
We watched 4 episodes and that motherfucker wasn't up there. And then there are no more episodes that we could find. And it's like, you know what? Fuck this. And we just stopped. That's why we haven't done any more, of those shows, Pro Wrestling Noah.
If y'all know where to find them, let us know.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we haven't done it, So, with that said, let's roll. Next match we have is TJP, Ren Narita, Clark Connors versus Wheeler Yuta, Rocky Romero, and Fred Rosser. And I am going to, since I'm putting this thing around my neck, I have to, see, y'all can look at the screens right now because, see, I misspelled Fred. I left off the F. See, there's a little, okay, there we go.
How the hell you misspelled Fred?
I left, because when I'm typing, it's just, I'm trying to get the shit out. I'm just trying to get it out, and I'm trying to watch the show, and so I'm typing and looking away and typing and looking away, and then I'm like, I think it look all right, and then I just keep going. Okay, so 6-man tag team match. This was good. I'll be honest with you. I when I saw TJP, I really was like, well, we can skip this match. I'm gonna be honest, because here's the thing, TJP. Every time we saw him before, he was like some kind of almost just indie garbage wrestler. Let me do move after move after move after move, needless shit that he didn't have to do. It was always some needless high-flying acrobatics that he didn't need to do that wasted movement, wasted time, and sometimes it almost damn near killed him. And then when we saw him when New Japan Pro Wrestling came to North Carolina, the Armory, we drove out there. Yeah. So he was different. I was like, this was better. And then after that, seeing him on New Japan Strong a few times, I was like, well, he went back to being stupid. I was like, I just don't care. Ren Narita, he's always a gem. Clark Connors, that's our boy right there.
Yeah.
That's the man, Clark Connors, right? Okay, Wheeler Yuta, we love him from Ring of Honor. And, saw him in AEW and he didn't do anything, just kick out of various moves, get beat on and then beat. Rocky Romero, legend, awesome. Fred Rosser, I was like, okay. We've seen him in New Japan, not New Japan, but National Wrestling Alliance, NWA.
And we saw him in New Japan Strong before that.
Yes. That guy is not the same guy now. In this show, this Fred Rosser is the one. This was a champion wrestling. I want to see this Fred Rosser go against Clark Connors. I want to see that happen at this moment. I want to see these, because Clark Connors, that motherfucker is wrestling for meals. They ain't even paid him yet.
Nope.
They ain't even paid him. It's like, you got to be here 3
rice.
years.
That's it.
Yeah, you get rice. You might get some butter. You might get some water.
A pickle plum.
Yeah, a pickle plum. You know, but after you've been here 3 years, we give you probably about $5 with it. You know, you get the option of that.
Meat.
Yeah. You know, you get some meat with that. You know, Clark Connors is wrestling for meals. All right. Fred Rosser, I don't know what was going on with him and Ren Narita, but Narita's son was like, I don't like you. And Fred was like, well, bring it then.
It seems to me that in the NWA, Fred is a face, and here he's not.
Here, damn, the face and heel. This dude wrestled with unending intensity. He was all in this match. I mean, he showed how to power up and, you know, okay, I'll say it. No seller move. I like to say that they ate the move. You know, they just absorbed it or something. They just powered through it. You know, I don't like to use inside terms because that just sounds dumb to me. But they was giving each other those, you know, Unari style backdrops, and I was just like, this is awesome. You know, I was marking out. And so I'm just, because when I'm watching, I got a habit of kind of commentating at points, but I'm trying to get my spirits up, and this match got my spirits going. I'm like, man, this is good. Fred Rosser, like, I like Fred Rosser, but this time Fred Rosser impressed me. He was in the setting to impress. He could have got beat flat in the middle of the damn ring, and I'd have been like, that man impressed me today. They don't do that in the NWA for some reason. They don't wrestle like that. But here, that muck cut loose. Man, now, see, I like Fred Rosser. Now I'm a fan. I want to see this guy more often. You know, because this dude right here is somebody that Nick Aldis couldn't beat. You know, Nick Aldis can't beat this version of Fred Rosser. You know, going on, you know, if you go on how someone look and how they wrestle and all that, ain't too many people that on the NWA side that's going to beat Fred Rosser.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't happening. Fred looked like a damn beast. You know, Wheeler Yuta, you know,
he wrestled.
Yes, and I was like,
he opened the
word.
match and he wrestled. You got to see what he could do.
Yep.
As opposed to when he's AEW and he didn't do shit. But
TJP was mainly TJP. You know, but he did some cool stuff, and I liked how he got his. TJP has added extra wrestling versatility to himself, and I appreciate that. I love that. Thank you, TJP, for evolving. You know, I want to see more of this and less of the stupid. That's what I want, you know, because TJP borderline hybrid this match, but I like the additions that he got. You know, the single leg duck under into a waist lock. I like that type of stuff. Clark Connors, don't change. Just don't change. Don't. You know, but at the end, you know, hey, I was stunned by this. You know, Rocky Romero got pinned. You know, his team lost. I was stunned because Narita Ren, you know, he's the young lion. Normally that's
the team with the young lion, usually the one that loses, but it didn't happen that way this time. You
know? So I was impressed. I liked it. You know, this, I don't know, maybe this is a joint event, so I don't know. I can't say I'm gonna get back into New Japan. I ain't gonna say that yet. I'm just gonna say we'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm like, ooh, you know, I'm kind of buzzed over here with this. So let's just see how this go. All right. Let's roll. All right. So next match. Let's see. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10-man tag team match. So it's Danny Limelight, West Coast Wrecking Crew, Kratos, Tom Lawler. I don't know who the West Coast Wrecking Crew is, but I'm sure the Minnesota Wrecking Crew kind of wanted to like sue for gimmick infringement. But then their opponents are Uemura Yuya, Adrian Coast, No, Adrian Quest, Fred Yehi, Chris Dickinson, and Leo Rush. Okay. Look, this match was just, look. It's a 10-person match. They got a very short amount of time to get their shit in, so that's the problem. Getting their shit in instead of just wrestling, so it was just chaotic. The whole match was chaotic.
But the only good thing about it is they wrestled with urgency.
Yeah, it was like, we got to get this in. We can't slow down. We got to keep it going at 100 miles an hour. And that's kind of how these matches, maybe should go. Now, let's go down this list. Danny Limelight, I've never really been thoroughly impressed with him, but I slightly liked the things that I saw at points, but I've never been really impressed by him. West Coast Wrecking Crew, never heard of him, never seen him. And if I have, Kratos, know him, like him, and more impressed by him, which led to a good hypothesis by Cedra.
So, Kratos is an NWA. So is Fred Rosser. And they wrestle differently here than they do in NWA. They lack viciousness in NWA. Maybe they're trying to keep it wholesome. Maybe. But they're a lot more vicious here. And, we appreciate the viciousness and enjoy it. It's, it's more impactful and draws you in more. So that could be, NWA probably doesn't want them to be as vicious as they could be. So that's why they look so much different now that we're watching them on New Japan show. Tom Lawler needs somebody to help him with his look.
You look like as Cedra said, like he just came up out the Blue Oyster Bar. Which ain't a bad thing. It's just bad because it's not a good look for you.
It's not a good look.
It's not about same sex or anything. It's about those tights.
It's the cut off denim shorts that like it's strangling his whole body. He's got no knee pads on, but he's got his legs and feet covered. He looks weird, and he still looks dirty.
You're like you don't wash.
It looks like he needs to be scrubbed. But get you a good sponge, some Brillo pads, some Dawn, and you clean him like a baby duck. You need to scrub him.
I like Kratos in this, and Tom Lawler. I can tell he's heavily improved. So I'm liking his skill. Because when we was first introduced to Tom Lawler, it's like, this dude is champion.
And he was still dirty looking.
Yeah, but can we move past that? Can we move past that, please?
It's hard for me to move past that.
I can still talk about
and Raven. Oh my goodness, Raven needs to be dipped in acid. He just looks so dirty. Okay.
But Tom Lawler has improved a great deal, and I'm enjoying that. I like that. I like seeing growth. And that's good.
Needs some help with that gear.
Now, Yuya Uemura Young Lion. Yep. Come on. He's already awesome. We can move past that.
Yep.
Adrian Quest, don't know him, and if I've seen him,
you saw him same time you saw Danny Limelight, New Japan Strong.
Fred Yehi, we've already raved about him before, and he was even better here.
Oh man, he was awesome here. You didn't get to see entire repertoire, but you saw a different aspect.
Those rope-held, leaping hip attacks
were awesome.
Oh my God, it seemed like he could have gone for 10 minutes, just jacking dude's head up on that corner. Mm-hmm. I was like, good. Cedar was like, first, she was the first one, like, good grief. And then I'm like, he's still going.
Mm-hmm. They're laying them in.
And look, in there with Kratos and some of the others, Ray, looks small. He looked like a junior.
Because like when in Ring of Honor, when he's wrestling, he's wrestling like Rhett Titus and Jonathan Gresham. And so he's bigger than these guys. He looks sizably bigger. But then he gets in the ring with Kratos and it's like, oh, you're not that big.
You got to be like 198.
And he's smaller now than when he first got the Ring of Honor.
Yep. So, Fred Yehi, I hope a company gives him, just give him the major push and let him just carry it. It don't have to be a title. Just let that man be awesome. Let him be that threat. That dude is like, he ain't won the belt. We don't know why. And when they can say that, Then they say he don't need a belt. That man is just awesome.
Let him be great.
Now, Chris Dickinson, I like him. It took a little bit, but I understand. I'm getting them. I'm understanding things, and I'm liking them. I'm getting it. I'm seeing it. I see him now. Because at first, the way he was introduced to Ring of Honor, it was just, okay, just some punk bastard that nobody want to see. He had that sort of, or that go home lack of heat.
Yeah.
Like, you trying to be a bad guy, you suck at it. You ain't a face, you're just boring. And you just come across like a douche, you know?
But he's come up.
Yeah, now he's being a heel. Now he's being vicious, you know, with Violence Unlimited and stuff. And he's talking, he got that talk down. He got his shit going. I likes that. Leo Rush can eat a dick, though. So, you know. Now, y'all might not like the fact I'm saying that, but look, let me explain something. All right? He fucked up. I don't like somebody that, like, okay, I saw Sting eat a powerbomb onto the table, but that's Sting, you know? It makes sense to a degree. We've seen him do that through his legacy. Leo Rush, the motherfucker's the size of a chiclet.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And he gets powerbombed off of a 15-foot ladder through 2 tables and then pop up like, that ain't hurt. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then the motherfucker go to WWE, they don't use him right. You know, the best way to use him is to have him talk his shit outside. And because everyone in WWE has to be a damn near giant. A big dude or a thin dude, but that's real tall. Leo Rush shouldn't be able to beat any of these people. In general, he don't have the power. Why? Because it look like he don't.
Yeah, he don't.
He's got the speed. He's got the agility. He's got the swiftness to be that tag team partner that takes an ass whooping and can make comebacks here and there and be all impressive, but then take that ass whooping and get the hot tag, let the other dude finish the job. That's how you use Leo Rush in the tag match. Simple as that. All right. And this, Leo Rush was doing some awesome shit. He was doing some John Woo shit.
Yeah, he looked good in the match, but he's just a flake.
Yeah. Oh no. I suffered an arm injury. I'll never wrestle again. I'm going to retire, even though I'm contracted to do this thing, and I'm going to show up there when I get released from the WWE for being a dick.
And 3 or 4 months later, he's wrestling again. What the
so
fuck
he done retired
for?
He done retired 3 times.
I mean,
came back. You know, you're not
nobody
stable.
gives a shit, though, boy.
Yeah, you know, I was impressed to see what he was doing. I like this. I like what he was doing.
His in-ring was decent. He's just a flake.
He can't wrestle for shit. He can't. He can stunt and he can perform, but he can't wrestle for shit. I saw not 1 ounce of professional wrestling that came from him. Not one. But then again, it is a chaotic match, and you got to get your shit in, because I didn't see wrestling from really anybody, really. You don't have that amount of time.
No time to lay down the basics.
Yes, so allowances must be made. Yeah, fuck Leo Rush, but I'm going to be fair. You know, I'm going to be fair. But the one thing that stunned me was the finish. Yuya Uemura got the win.
He got the win.
The double arm suplex hold. He got the win. The young
I'm
New Japan changed.
Either that, or is he less of a young lion? I don't know, but it's something's going on.
I don't know who he pinned. Was it Limelight or one of those West
I think
Coast
it was Limelight?
Crew? He pinned somebody New Japan didn't give a shit about. What am I lying? You know, am I lying? You know, so I just, hey, go through the gambit. I went through everything. You know, if y'all disagree with something I say, let me know. You know I read the comments. You know I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to hear you out. All right, if you do a video or something like that, you know, like, look, let me talk about, you know, this CR wrestling commentary, this CR Fire Pro dude. You know, he disagreed. He don't like Leo Rush, yada, yada. Let me tell you something, brother. You know, something. Or let me tell you something, brother. You know, some shit like that. Go ahead, bring it out. You know, 'cause I got your number. Trust me on that. In any case, we done with part 1 of this. We're going to get on to part 2. Hope y'all like this. I feel good. I feel better. And I'm able to have that energy, and I feel resurged. Resurged. So, with that said, thank you for listening, as well as let's roll.